let's get real.
Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Real Talk with Menashe. I am your host, Menashe Chininganya. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Let me tell you guys. Okay, so it's been 2 weeks since we last spoke, right? The first week, I was so busy that I genuinely didn't have the time to sit down, and I kind of had a feeling as it was approaching that was going to happen. But the second week that I missed, guys, I was so sick. I was down so bad that you did not want to hear from me. Like, let me just tell you. So, this is why I think I got sick, okay? Because I'm about to break it down for you guys. I went to this dinner, right? It was an alumni dinner. So, everyone's seeing each other, haven't seen each other in a long time. Vibes are high. Everyone's having a great time, okay? We were there. We had to have been there for a good 2 hours, okay? And I knew some people at my table. I didn't know everybody, but my table was really fun and I was getting to know everyone, right? We're at my table and I'm gonna call this person Joe, okay? So we're at the table, we're chilling, and it's very, very loud. There had to probably be 10, maybe 8 to 10 tables associated with our group. So it was very loud in there. So Joe disappeared for a little bit and nobody really noticed. And then we look back and Joe is sitting there. Actually, no, Joe is not sitting there. Joe is kneeling, on his knees, as if he was going to propose or something, right? But his friend next to him is laughing, cracking up. And we look at Joe, and Joe has a thing of Robitussin. If you don't know what Robitussin is cough medicine, okay? And Joe is literally about to take a shot of cough medicine. And everyone starts chuckling all around. And I look and I'm like, wait a second. We're not gonna pretend like we're not seeing what's happening right now. Like, why do you have Robitussin right now? And he proceeds to say, listen, I just DoorDashed myself some Robitussin because I don't like to feel uncomfortable. And so I just need to take some Robitussin right now. Not a big deal. And I'm like, oh, but it is because me and you have been chatting all night. Like, we've been so close to each other. It pretty much was probably to the right of me. I had a girl sitting next to me and then Joe. So me and Joe had been in close proximity all night. And we're 2 hours into this and now he's taking a shot of Robitussin. Those weren't the types of shots we were taking. So I was just really confused. But at that point, well, okay, this is what he said. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna get sick. But then he was like, no, like, I vape. And let me just say, if you vape, I love you. I love you, but we've got to get a handle on it because do you want to be taking shots of Robitussin at the restaurant like Joe? Like, anyway, he's like, I vape and I'm trying to quit, blah, blah, blah. But because, I guess one of the symptoms, I don't know. I don't really know even what he was saying. It was so loud in there. But essentially, he was saying he doesn't like to feel uncomfortable. And because he's maybe been sick before, in the past or something, and he vapes, his throat, gets uncomfortable. So apparently, cough medicine helps with that. Let me tell you something. I wasn't really harping on this for too long, okay? We're already 2 hours into this dinner, and the night was very much still young, and it proceeded for so much longer that I was like, okay, it is what it is at this point, okay? And the next day I woke up and I didn't feel sick at all, so wasn't necessarily even thinking about it until a couple days later, maybe a day, 2 days later, I started to feel my throat get sore, and I was like, oh, this was Joe's doing, okay? So I'm blaming Joe. I'm blaming Joe. It's fine. I'm happy to say that if I had to get sick, I got sick at the best possible time because everything was coming to a close and then I got sick. But then when I got sick, and it was just a viral thing, and I'm good now except a lingering cough and stuff. But when I got sick, it was even there was layers to it as well because that bacteria got into my eyes. So now I'm sick and I have pink eye. So y'all, listen, I just needed a minute, but I'm back. I'm good. Everyone's good. And I hope you're doing well too. Also, I forgot to say, if you haven't noticed, I'm in my car if you're watching me and it's raining outside. So if you hear a little pitter patter, it's the rain. But I figured I'll do it in my car today. Why not? This is where I did my first episode and I believe this is episode 20, which is so crazy and exciting. So I was like, I'm going to bring it to my car and we're just going to chill and, have a comfy, cozy vibe. So here we are. So since we last spoke, okay, I have seen some things that have gone on, all right, and I just want to touch on a couple topics, okay? Starting off with, how on earth did Donald Trump how on earth did former President Donald Trump get convicted of 34, was it 34 counts? Now, I don't even want to get, like, I don't want to talk about what he was convicted for and all of that. Like, that's not the point of me bringing this up. But how do you get convicted for all of that and it still does not keep you from running for president again? Like, I found out through this whole process because I was like, oh, once he's convicted, I'm like, oh, he's done. No, he's not done. Matter of fact, he may have just begun because apparently he can still run. Apparently guys, I was like flabbergasted. I was floored. I started laughing. I'm like, these other countries have to be laughing at us. Like, they have to be. I'm laughing and I'm right here. Like, it's so funny. I was just like, this is such like a fever dream. Like, this doesn't feel real. But like, apparently he can still run for president. And that just like blows my mind. Such a crazy fall from grace. Like, I don't know how you go from president of the United States to like convicted felon, but here we are. Here we are, guys. Here we are. Like, that was so funny to me. Not him, like, if he wins, guys, oh my gosh, imagine if he wins. Not him, like, being president from the Clink. From the Clink. Like, I can't. Oh my gosh, that's so funny to me. Guys, America is so unwell. Like, oh my gosh, bro. Speaking of presidents, let's talk about our current president right now, Joe Biden. I have seen so many videos recently, guys. I'm talking about in the past couple days, where he looks like he doesn't know where he is. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. He was recently doing some presidential address somewhere. Well, I guess at the White House, right? I don't know. He was doing something. And he walks away and he just looks like dazed and confused. I don't know. And then they recently were doing something outside. I'm trying to think of what it was. Oh, hold on. I gotta look it up. This will bother me. Oh, it was a Juneteenth. He was doing a Juneteenth celebration outside. Vice President Kamala Harris was there. All of that. They're all clapping or whatever. And you just see him freeze up. Like, he's got a smile on his face, but he's looking around. And he just looks lost. Like, even the guy next to him is just like kind of patting him and he's kind of nodding his head. And it's just he doesn't look all the way there. Okay, I am not coming for this man. I'm just saying that the more videos I see, the more concern I have. And I keep trying to tell my family about it. And they're like, Menashe, stop. Just stop. They don't even like... We need to have the real conversations, okay? I'm just like, I'm watching this man and I feel like he's like unwell. Like, I genuinely feel like he's not 100% right now. Like, I worry for his health and I just feel like enough people don't worry. And honestly, like, let's just say like, okay, it's a fluke. Like, he's looking a little dazed and confused, but maybe it's the old age, whatever. But if he genuinely is like not doing well, then shame on like I don't know, the White House for putting him in these positions to be like, you know, on camera all the time looking dazed and confused, because it's just like, let the man recover in the back then. I don't know, like, do y'all get what I'm saying? I don't know. Sometimes I just like, and again, you notice the things I brought up about Donald Trump and Joe Biden had nothing to do with their policies. I don't care to discuss that with you guys. I'm just talking about, I have concerns beyond the presidential stuff. Like, I just have concerns. One is like a convicted felon. The other one also looks like he's like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm just saying that the other countries are laughing at us. That's all. I also just saw that the USA won the Cricket World Cup. First of all, I didn't even know that we had cricket. Okay, I didn't know that the USA like was a part of cricket. And if you are a US citizen, what are the rules to cricket? Quickly. Exactly. You don't know them either. Had no idea this team even existed, yet here we are winning things. Apparently we just like got invited to even be in the World Cup like not that long ago. Like, we were very new to this. I think we've only been in it like 5+ years. And we just went and won. And that's what it is right there. It's like, okay, it's like America's like on like what do you call those things? Like a seesaw, you know, with the two kids on the ends. And it's like, oh, like just when we look like we're about to teeter off, boom, we win the Cricket World Cup. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's keeping us afloat. Little things like that, right? Like, did Joe Biden, was he present in whatever happened yesterday? I don't know. Is Donald Trump a felon? Yeah, I guess so. But boom, like we won the Cricket World Cup. So like everything's kind of leveling out. I guess everything's going to be okay after all, you guys. I guess so. Anyway, enough of the nonsense. On to my main topic for today. Simply put, my main topic is doing what is right will never go out of style. Doing what is right will never go out of style. I don't know why that is such a foreign concept to some people, but it's the truth. There are some factors in this life that we, it was random, right? Like we had nothing to do with it. Like, whether we were born into a wealthy family or, whether, you got the best education in the world or you didn't or like whatever. There's just different factors at play that really didn't have much to do with you. But something that you can do, whether you're a millionaire or you have $1 to your name, is doing what's right. And doing what's right will never run out of style. And it's something that we all should be doing all the time. And I just don't understand why people struggle with it so much, because this world is already like crooked enough without you doing what's wrong. If you need reasons, I'll give you some reasons. First of all, doing what's right. Why should you? You never know who's watching. You do not know who's watching you, okay? And who's like peeping what you're doing and then moving according to what you do, okay? I don't think that we should necessarily rely on the people around us to make decisions for us, but you don't know if it could be someone younger or older or someone that's just lost and is looking for someone or maybe just looks up to you for whatever reason. That's a great reason why you should be doing what's right, okay? Second of all, you don't know the blessing you are to other people when you do what's right. Okay, the blessing you are to other people by just simply doing what's right, despite what everyone else is doing around you. You never, ever know how the Lord will use you by just doing what's right. You just never know. Okay? So that's another reason why you should do what's right. Notice how I never said doing what's right will be easy. In a world where everyone is doing whatever they feel like, depending on the weather, I never said it will be easy. But it's something you should do regardless. Okay? It's something that you should do regardless. Sometimes doing what's right can be really annoying, specifically when you're around a whole bunch of people that's doing what's wrong, okay? Because in that instance, it's easier to just do what's wrong because everyone else is doing it, which is why I would implore you to do what's right. Okay. And I would say, like, there's some people like me, like, so say I did something that just was completely wrong and I knew I should have done better, I shouldn't have done it, whatever. Like, that would eat at me and I would have to, like, pray about it and I would have to, like, try to rectify it if I could. But that's just how I am. And, like, everyone's morally different, okay? So I'm not going to pretend. Like, some of you guys sleep too well at night knowing that you do wrong. Some of y'all be snoring at night, okay? I don't even know how you snore. You did everything wrong, yet here you are snoring, having the sleep of your lives. But my point is, forget about the moral compass and standard because that just fluctuates with everyone. Doing what's right is something that should just be universal, okay? Like, stand up for something. Like, stand up for something, okay? I understand that it's easier to just do what everyone else is doing, but, like, oh my gosh, stand for something, fall for anything. Like, please. Oh my gosh. And also, when you do what's right, you make sure you put everybody on notice, like even unintentionally, okay? So let me think of like a trivial little situation. They want to steal from the store, okay? Someone wants to steal candy from the store. All your friends want to do it. And you're like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not stealing from the store. Okay, first of all, you just made everybody around look real stupid because they're like, yeah, what are we doing stealing from the store? And whether they choose to steal from the store or not is not on you, but you chose what to do was right. That was my point in being like the example that you set. Maybe someone else around was kind of on the edge and they didn't have the backbone to say what was right, so they were going to steal from the store. But now they're like, oh no, look, Susie over here isn't stealing from the store. Yeah, no, I'm not stealing from the store either, okay? That's an example of other people watching you and you being a good example, okay? But on top of that, when you stand up for what's right and you go, yeah, I'm not stealing from the store, it makes everyone else look really dumb. And then also they know next time, maybe we don't try to steal from the store when Susie is around. Why? Because Susie doesn't stand for that, okay? That's the type of time I need everybody to be on, okay? Doing what's right. That's a real trivial example because if you're stealing from the store, honey, what are you doing? But apply that to whatever you do in life, okay? Apply that to how you treat people. Apply that to just how you move about, okay? Just do what's right. Doing what's right, Again, it does not matter your status in life, okay? Anybody at any point in their life can do what's right. And if you chose to do what was wrong the day before, apologize and get it right and do right the next day. But this whole just doing whatever you feel like and just living to the beat of your own drum, honey, your beat is off. Your beat is off. And we just need to just kind of have a moment of reflection. That's all. That's all. That's all. Because sometimes I'm looking around and I'm just like, oh, like everyone's just kind of doing whatever. Do better. All of us, collectively, let's just choose to do better. Why? Because it's not that hard. It's not that hard. And also it sets up your life for success. When you're doing your best in the world and you're just doing what's right, you tend to get blessed a lot more, And I'm not trying to tell you to do this for like some gain in life, but you're setting yourself up a lot better unintentionally when you just choose to do what's right. Okay? It also takes out a lot of this nonsense that you have no business being a part of. Okay? I'm just saying. I think it was a nice little reminder that we all needed today. Just do what's right. Okay? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We've all heard it. We know the sayings. Okay? Also, how many people do you know that are so successful, maybe very good at what they do, successful at what they do, but like you just notice that like you could speak very highly of maybe their craft, but when it comes to like who they are as a person, it's crickets. Insert the cricket noise right here. It's literally crickets. Not me saying insert the noise right here. Like I'm not going to be the one editing this. Pause for the crickets. Yeah, it's crickets. Because at the end of the day, like they're not, they're not the best of people, okay? And that's why I think the older I get, I'm not really that impressed by accolades and everything. Not just solely impressed on that. Like, are you a good person? Do you do what's right when it'd be easier to do what's wrong? Like, the things that actually matter in life, the older I get, that's what I care about more. Because, I mean, like, it's not hard to be amazing at something, but it can be harder to stand up for what's right when everyone's doing the opposite, okay? It can be a lot harder to do that. And so that's kind of like what I look for. And I feel like, as you go through life, you might meet those people. Because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like everyone's met someone at a certain point where it's just like, yeah, I mean, they be doing whatever, And that's just not the type of person that we should strive to be for. That's not the type of person we should strive to be, okay? I just want better for all of us. And I know sometimes, we go through little phases. Maybe we look back and we're just like, oh, I don't know who that person was. But, moving forward, as of June 2024, we're going to strive to do a little better, okay? Okay? We're going to do what's right. Repeat after me. We're going to do what's right. We're going to do what's right. What we're going to do what's right. We're going to do, you get it. We're going to do what's right. So that's pretty much it. That's my little main topic for the day. That's my main takeaway. I hope that as you go through your week, you will choose to do what's right. And, maybe you need the reminder. Babe, I'm happy to give it. Okay? I hope you guys have an amazing week. I'm so happy to be back. This is my 20th episode, I'm pretty sure, which I'm very excited about. I'm just excited for everything that's to come with Real Talk with Menashe. And I want to thank you guys again so much for listening and riding with me and supporting me. And you guys are just the best. And I love you guys a lot. So wishing you an amazing Robitussin-free week. Okay? Follow me on socials at Real Talk with Menashe on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that jazz. Have an amazing week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Real Talk with Menashe. Let's get real.